This summer saw Atlanta hotels reach record occupancy levels. This year, metro area RevPAR, or revenue per available room, could go up as high as $70. It's just one of the many stats signaling a hospitality industry that's on fire.
Marriott, Hilton, Sheraton, all industry mainstays with a storied presence in metro Atlanta. But coming up fast is a new style of lodging. Whether it's Alpharetta or the airport, Buckhead or the Beltline, you'll find a hotel of some kind under construction or on the docket. Atlanta-based Intercontinental Hotels Group is behind Alpharetta's upcoming Even brand, a hotel that targets the health and wellness crowd. The Noble Investment Group will embark on a dual-branded project for Midtown. Merging Marriott's AC and Moxie Hotel brands, travelers can choose between the elegant or the economical, all in one location.
Even with all the top-grade amenities, a hotel is still, in and of itself, only a building. It's the service you receive that makes the experience satisfactory, or in some cases, special. Capella Hotel Group CEO Horst Schulze learned this fact early and continues to live by it. He's our guest in today's Executive Profiles.
Let me begin with your youth, because I find it fascinating that at age 11, you kind of come to the conclusion that the hospitality business is what you're destined for?
I went to my parents and begged them, literally begged them, that I could start working in the hotel business. And with 14, I did.
That's the kind of the next part of it. You go back to your parents 3 years later at 14, and you move out?
Yeah, moved away, about 100 miles away from home. And my parents, after being embarrassed that I want to work as a waiter or busboy or a cook or so on, found a job in the best hotel in the region, which was 100 miles away.
So what happens?
So what happens, I was lucky. I worked in a very good hotel and had people that were mentoring, that were impactful. For example, my maitre d'. I sensed soon that the maitre d' was probably the most important person. But he came to work to be excellent. And with 15, I was about 1.5 years working there, going on 1 day a week to a hotel school. We were asked to write an essay, what we now think about our business. I wrote about him, and I entitled it, We Are Ladies and Gentlemen, Serving Ladies and Gentlemen.
So here we are, you're starting to get kind of the knowledge of the hotel business, and then you begin to make the transition from country to country?
I worked there for 3 years as a busboy. After that, I went to Switzerland to work as an assistant waiter, and then on Holland America Line. From Holland America Line back to Switzerland, from Switzerland to France for nearly 3 years in Paris, Plaza Athénée, one of the greatest hotels ever at the time. From there to London, Savoy and Barclay hotels. And somebody there said, would you like to work in the US? I said, yeah. I moved here in 1964.
Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas, that's correct. And I thought, how can you live here in this heat? Having no idea that people had air conditioning. So talking to a friend in San Francisco, he said, why don't you come here? And I took the bus to San Francisco. But then I went to Chicago. Eventually, after 2.5 years, worked as a food and beverage manager in a large club. And after a year or so, I decided, gee, it's time to get some education more, and I went to Cornell in the summer courses. Joined Hyatt for the next 10 years, went to several promotions, but somebody called and said, we are starting a new hotel company in Atlanta. We need somebody to run the operations, to start it with us. I had no interest. I had a great job with a great company. But they said something intriguing finally. They said, operationally, you can do what you want with this company. You run it. Wow, I can. And I started dreaming what it possibly could be. So I soon packed up my stuff, drove to Atlanta, and of course the rest is history. A year later, we opened our first Ritz-Carlton hotel. So Actually, the Ritz-Carlton Bucket is the first Ritz-Carlton hotel, which then opened in January 1984, a year after I got here.
Can you explain the philosophy of how you carried that into the opening of the luxury market?
Well, it was very clear. What I wanted is, I wanted to go back a little bit where I came from. They're pretty elegant European hotels, but I wanted to be very American at the same time, more relaxed, but create some pride in everyone. The pride that I had, that lived with me since that maitre d'. We are, ladies and gentlemen, if we are excellent in what we are doing, we are, ladies and gentlemen, we're not servants. So it was the philosophy that I shared with the new employees that came there for the first day for orientation. And I said, we're not in the hotel business. We're in the service business. We are, ladies and gentlemen, serving ladies and gentlemen. By the way, so I had to teach them how to do it. I told them to eliminate 3 words: hi, okay, and folks, guys, and so on. Instead, replace with ladies and gentlemen or sir, ma'am. Instead, I'm saying hi, say welcome, good afternoon. Instead of saying okay, say I'm happy to, or my pleasure, certainly. And suddenly, you have a much more elegant human being in front of you as an employee. The whole idea of going to work just to fulfill a function, in a way, appalls me. We hire people. We should hire them for a purpose, for a dream, to join our dream, to join who we are, to join the objectives that we have.
Your story is so fascinating, to start out at age 14 and all the way down this road, you still haven't stopped. Capella. Let's finish on Capella.
Well, I retired after...
You did retire? You never retired?
After nearly 20 years, I retired from Ritz-Carlton. My wife picked me up and my children, and because they knew how difficult it was on one hand, I wanted to, and it was enough. The painting was painted. And so we decided that I retire on a Friday. On a Monday, I told my wife, I have to start again.
Here we go again.
Here we go again. And you know, when you stop doing something, you suddenly know what you did wrong. And I knew it. So I had to do it one more time.
The Capella Hotel Group is one of 4 developers competing to build a hotel next to the new Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The Atlanta Falcons could potentially partner on that project. That hotel could have between 800 to 1,200 rooms, ample meeting space, including a large ballroom. The estimated development price tag, as much as $245 million. When we return, we look at how small business is making a big impact on Georgia, and we delve into the numbers behind the growing industry of app development. Keep it right here. Atlanta Business Chronicles Biz will return.